Adequate notice of this meeting
She's getting here.
has been given in accordance with the Open Public Meetings Act pursuant to Public Laws 1975. Said notice was advertised in the Asbury Park Press and the Beacon and was posted on the bulletin board showing the time and place of the meeting. Will everyone please rise, salute the flag, followed by a moment of silence. I pledge allegiance to the flag
Of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Item 1, proclamation recognizing National Library Week.
Steve, read this very, very slow, because the next person's not here yet. Very slow. Yes.
Whereas, libraries spark creativity, fuel imagination, and inspire lifelong learning, offering a space where individuals of all ages can explore new ideas and be drawn to new possibilities. And whereas, libraries serve as vibrant community hubs, connecting people with knowledge, technology, and resources while fostering civic engagement, critical thinking, and lifelong learning. And whereas, libraries provide free and equitable access to books, digital tools, and innovative programming, ensuring that all individuals, regardless of background, have the support they need to learn, connect, and thrive. And whereas, libraries partner with schools, businesses, and organizations, connecting the dots to maximize resources, increase efficiency, and expand access to essential services, strengthening the entire community. And whereas, libraries empower job seekers, entrepreneurs, and lifelong learners by providing access to resources, training, and opportunities that support career growth and economic success. And whereas, libraries nurture young minds through story times, STEAM programs, and literacy initiatives, fostering curiosity and a love of learning that lasts a lifetime. And whereas, libraries protect the right to read, think, and explore without censorship, standing as champions of intellectual freedom and free expression. And whereas, dedicated librarians and library workers provide welcoming spaces that inspire discovery, collaboration, and creativity for all. And whereas, libraries, librarians, and library workers across the country are joining together to celebrate National Library Week under the theme Drawn to the Library. And now, therefore, be it resolved that I, Stephen Kennis, Mayor of Lacey Township, proclaim April 9th through the 25th, 2026, as National Library Week. During this week, I encourage all residents to visit their library, explore its resources, and celebrate all the ways that the library draws us together as a community.
Do you have a very long speech? Because my next person's not here yet.
I can talk about upcoming free library
That'd be
programs.
great. That'd be great.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody.
Yes, please address the audience, please.
Hi, I don't want to face my back to you, even though the microphone's like this. I'm just going to turn it around if that's okay.
Sure, that's perfect.
That makes it more proper. Hi, everyone. My name is Chris Seminatori. I'm one of the librarians at your local Lacey branch, a part of the Ocean County Library System. I want to thank Mayor Kennis and everyone on the Lacey Township Council for this wonderful honor in recognition of National Library Week. As you know, we at the Ocean County Library provide multiple programs for all age groups and demographics. Some great, fabulous programs that are coming up in May include on Thursday, May 7th at 2 p.m. in honor of Mental Health Awareness Month. We have Open Table with St. Francis Counseling Service. They will be there to provide information for individuals that need help finding resources for their mental health. Along with them providing information on that, they will also be showcasing a travel pop-up exhibit in honor of victims of sexual violence and assault. So learn about where you can get mental health resources and see their pop-up travel exhibit on that day at 2 o'clock. Also taking place on Thursday, May 7th at 6:30 p.m. in honor of Jewish American Heritage Month. We have the Bayarna Dance Duo. It's an all-ages family program taking place at 6:30 p.m. So learn about Jewish American culture and the dances within that culture. Then taking place on Saturday, May 17th at 1 p.m. in honor of Asian American Island Heritage Pacific Month. We have invited the Ultimate K-Pop K-Pulse Dance Group from NYC. That program is 1 p.m., so learn all about K-pop music and K-pop culture, as well as the dances. It's all ages, and like I said, you just call the register or go to our website, which is the www.theoceancountylibrary.org to sign up and register for all these programs, which are completely free. And I will let everyone else enjoy and talk to our relevant council. So thank you so much,
Thank you.
everybody. I appreciate
Thank
you guys.
Steve. Hey. Okay,
McDonald has
yeah, I'm going to talk a little bit about some things. You don't even know this. So we just had a meeting on Tuesdays. I'm on the Library Commission for the Ocean County. We're going to be expanding your training. First Amendment training, we're getting that brought in, and a couple other trainings for, one of the things we have to deal with is young children coming in who are abused, and recognizing that, and making sure our librarians have the knowledge to make sure that we can protect these kids, because we've had some problems. First Amendment, we've had a problem up in Lakewood, as you're well aware of. About this time last year, we had a major problem up there. We've had some problems over on Lavalette. So these are the important things. But if you want to know what's going on in the library, pick up the phone, call, or go on the library system, and you'll see. And you know what? You just don't have to go to the Lacey one. You can go to the Stafford one, which we're opening up a new library, I think, in May. And then you can go to any one of these things. If you see something you like, you can go to it. 90% of them are free. So with that, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tom.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Good job,
everyone.
Chris.
Item number 2, Debbie.
Why'd you come up front, young lady? Hi.
Like,
You can take a seat there, you can stand
sit,
there,
yeah.
whatever you want to do.
whereas Debbie Abramovich, yeah, sorry, longtime owner and steward of the Captain's Inn, has dedicated many years of her life to serving the community with unwavering commitment, warmth, and hospitality. And whereas, through her leadership, the Captain's Inn has become more than a restaurant. It has stood as a cherished gathering place where friendships were formed, celebrations were shared, and countless memories were made. And whereas, Debbie Abramovich Kay's contributions extend far beyond her establishment, as she has enriched the community through her generosity, civic spirit, and steadfast support of local initiatives. And whereas, her legacy is reflected not only in the success of her business, but in the lasting impact she has had on residents, visitors, and the broader community. And whereas, the presentation of a key to the city is one of the highest honors bestowed, symbolizing trust, gratitude, and the recognition that the recipient has made extraordinary contributions to the life and spirit of the community. And whereas, this key represents that Debbie Abramovich, Debbie Kay. I've said it 1,000 times in my life. Anyway, Debbie Kay will forever be welcomed, valued, and remembered as an integral part of the community she helped shape and strengthen. Now, therefore, I, Stephen Kennis, Mayor of the Township of Lacey, on behalf of myself and the Township Committee, do hereby honor Debbie Kay for her years of dedicated service, celebrate her well-earned retirement, and proudly present her with the key to the city as a lasting symbol of appreciation and respect. So, such a huge part of the fabric of Lacey Township. It's my honor to present you with all.
I'm not leaving Lacey.
Yes, one of the rest of the, come on, get down after that one. Yes.
Come down. This photo.
Debbie, that does have a frame to it and everything, but it was very heavy, so we're gonna end up taking this back and we'll get it all put into the frame. And there's a plaque inside the frame. Everything is yours. You're not losing it at the restaurant, you can keep it for yourself. No, that goes good. Yeah, we kind of had to do this today because Unfortunately, yes. Are we all good?
There's probably a couple of people who want to get pictures.
George, why don't you take that and then you'll maybe package it up. Thank you, Amy.
Thank you.
I don't know, what?
It's always been our pleasure, my whole family growing up in Forked River, and we're going to be here for a long time. So I didn't know what to say. But thank you all so very much.
Thank you. Would you like a tissue? And then let the public speak. I can always send that to you too, that's that.
So comments from the committee, Peggy?
Sure. I just want to tell Debbie, on a personal note, how fortunate I feel that you've been there for me. And I'm grateful for that. I mean, I know all these other people have known you a really, really long time and been there. But me personally, between my mom and my husband, you took care of me, and I will never forget that. And we're so lucky to have you here in this town. And don't you go anywhere. Okay. Thanks, Deb.
Bob?
Well, many a times you hear me say about people from town. I don't even know where the time's gone. I had the unique opportunity to be in high school at the same time with Debbie in Central Regional. So to think that now is retirement time, the years have just flown by. Through many of our families, I know my family, aunts, stuff like that, that had worked for her parents years ago. And as we know, Debbie had brought the captains into a new height through the years. But Debbie and her family business has been such an intricate part of this community. None of us could really thank you enough. No more can be said but thank you. Thank you for being an exceptional employer, a caring employer. We know your employees love you. And you become a friend to so many families and organizations in this town. And the biggest thing, even though we know the Captain's Inn's still going to be there, with all its employees, the one thing many of us that's been around town a long time, and even if it's a short time, we're going to miss that personal touch that you put on our affairs, our occasions, and making them so memorable. And by doing that, not only do you hold the key to our town, you hold the key to our hearts, and you become a part of so many people's families in this town. So all I can tell you is enjoy retirement, make the most of it, and we've had this discussion. We know we're going to see you around town. But thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And for the many generations that I've known you, thank you.
Thank you, Bob. Tim?
Debbie, my doctors don't like you. I figure your establishment put about 30 pounds on me. But no, seriously, I've never seen a person do what you do for a town. And I've lived in a lot of towns. And it's just amazing, you know. My sister, who lives in Marlton, she came down one time. She goes, let's go to lunch, Tim. I said, okay. I took her to the Captain's Inn. Now when she comes, we're going to the Captain's Inn, right? We're going to the Captain's Inn, right? Okay, it's fine. But no, seriously, your establishment, one of a kind. And I hope that it'll continue to be that kind of a restaurant. I hope so. But Debbie, I wish you nothing but the best of luck, and welcome to retirement.
I just forgot one quick thing. There's another person that we're all going to miss seeing in the kitchen, because he's retiring along with Debbie, is Chef Bob.
Yep, that's right.
So he's up here tonight.
Yeah, Debbie, we can't say enough about how much, of a part of the community you've been. The care that you put into family parties and all the organization events and the catering, and plus you made the Captain's Inn truly a destination in the summer. And so, myself, I'm going to miss the free drinks and dessert. It's always a loss when a long time mom and pop business closes, and yours might be the biggest, but it's a well-needed break. You've earned every bit of it, so I wish you truly the best of luck. And Chef Bob, best of luck to you. Does anyone from the public care to
Say a few words.
say a few words?
Come on, Cav.
Okay. All right.
That's right. That's right.
Okay, so we're going to pause if,
If you guys want to leave?
Want to leave?
Go to Captain's Inn? I don't know. Thank you all for coming.
he was yeah. Sort of. Yeah.
Okay. Family photo, yes.
That'd be nice.
And
I was like, I need you to come. I have some documents that I need you to sign the liquor license. And she was like, do I really? I was like, yes, you have to.
Yes. Oh, it's perfect. Me too. What's up? Dessert and drinks will always.
I don't know where I'm going to go for chicken fingers.
Yes.
Where am I going for lunch?
I know. You're facing me.
Take care, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
and Brian, good luck.
They invited me over there for the first meal.
There you go.
John,
Well, we'll deliver it
John.
in its frame tomorrow.
shut the door.
During lunchtime. Yeah.
They're all waiting in line out there.
So Steve, I guess we got to get on the Captain's Inn tonight.
Yes, that was perfect. That was perfect.
I know.
You're
I'm
in trouble.
sorry.
You're in trouble.
I need to go on a diet.
Woo!
Adequate notice of this meeting has... Oh, yeah. Oh, wait, sorry, yeah. The add-on, hang on now. Oh,
For what?
oh, no, we're going to break. No, we...
Caucus add-on. The Lacey Elks is looking to, well, they're hosting a farmer's market this Sunday on the 26th, and they're asking permission to post 2 or 3 lawn signs at the corner of Route 9 and Beach Boulevard, and they intend to clean it up immediately following the event.
Move it.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion to adjourn?
Move it.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Adequate notice of this meeting has been given in accordance with the Open Public Meetings Act pursuant to the public laws of 1975. Said notice was advertised in the Asbury Park Press and the Beacon and was posted on the bulletin board showing the time and place of the meeting. First reading of ordinance 2026-10, amending Chapter 21 of the Township Code entitled Parks.
An ordinance of the Township of Lacey, County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, amending and supplementing Chapter 261 of the Township Code of the Township of Lacey entitled Parks. This ordinance is to amend the fees for beach badges and summer recreation camp.
Move it.
Second.
Mrs. Juliana?
Yes.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes.
Mr. Larray?
Yes.
Mayor Kennas.
Yes. First reading of ordinance 2026-11, setting salaries for the CWA union.
Ordinance of the Township of Lacey, County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, amending an ordinance entitled An Ordinance of the Township of Lacey, County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, affixing and determining the salaries, wages, and compensation for the officers, employees, and members of the governing body of the township. This is for the CWA union employees.
Move. Second.
This is for 2026, 27, and 28, and it's a 2% increase for 26, a 2% for 27, and a 2.5 for 28.
Move it.
Mr. Larray?
Yes.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes.
Mrs. Juliana?
Yes.
Mayor Kennas.
Yes. Second reading of ordinance 2026-07, amending Chapter 93 of the Township Code entitled Police Department.
An ordinance of the Township of Lacey, County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, amending and supplementing Chapter 93 of the Township Code entitled Police Department. This is for the rates for off-duty officers for third parties.
Second reading, open up to the public.
Seeing none, make a motion to close the floor.
Move it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion on the ordinance?
Move
Move
it.
it.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes.
Mr. Larray?
Yes.
Mrs. Juliana?
Yes.
Mayor Kennas.
Yes. Second reading ordinance 2026-08, setting salaries for non-bargaining employees, a municipal court attendant, and a Class 1 officer.
Ordinance of the Township of Lacey, County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, amending an ordinance entitled An Ordinance of the Township of Lacey, County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, affixing and determining the salaries, wages, and compensation of officers, employees, and members of the governing body of the township.
Move it.
Second reading, open up to the public.
Seeing none, make a motion to close it.
Move it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion on the ordinance?
Move it.
Second.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes.
Mrs. Juliana?
Yes.
Mr. Larray?
Yes.
Mayor Kennas.
Yes. Second reading ordinance 2026-09, establishing a cap bank.
Ordinance of the Township of Lacey, County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, authorizing to exceed the municipal budget appropriation limits to establish a cap bank in accordance with NJSA 40A:4-45.
Move it.
Second reading, open the floor to public comment.
Seeing none, make a motion to close the floor.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion on the ordinance?
Move it.
Second.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes.
Mrs. Juliana?
Yes.
Mr. Larray?
Yes.
Mayor Kennas.
Yes. Second, am I on the number 6? Second reading ordinance 2026-06, providing for various capital improvements and acquisition of various capital equipment.
An ordinance of the Township of Lacey, County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, providing for various capital improvements and the acquisition of various capital equipment, appropriating $3,265,929, therefore, and authorizing the issuance of $2,867,350 bonds and notes to finance a portion of the cost thereof, authorized in and by the Township of Lacey in the County of Ocean, State of New Jersey. Second reading, open the floor to public comment.
Come on up.
Come on up.
You were quicker.
Just state your name for the record.
Elisa Waller. Just a question about what you just said. So various, I'm just curious what various, I wasn't able to read any of the ordinance, so I'm just going by what you said. So when you say various capital equipment or various capital improvements, what does that mean?
We do a bond ordinance each year to fund our capital. The projects included in this are various emergency service, so like the vehicles and the upfitting that are required for them, an ambulance remount, a pickup truck for recreation and public works, Cranberry Hill Phase 2 paving, Deerhead Lake dam design and permitting, the Gilly Park walkway lighting, street end bulkheads for one street, generator for the police department, Railroad Avenue North Extension, and security cameras for municipal buildings.
Okay,
Okay?
thank you.
Anybody else?
Seeing none, make a motion to close the floor.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion on the ordinance?
Move it.
Second. Second.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes.
Mrs. Juliana?
Yes.
Mr. Larray?
Yes.
Mayor Kennas.
Yes, Resolution 2026-133, certifying that the governing body has received the 2025 audit.
Resolution of the Township of Lacey, County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, certifying to the local finance board that all members of the governing body have received the annual municipal audit for the year 2025.
Move it.
Second.
Mrs. Juliana?
Yes.
Mr. Larray?
Yes.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes.
Mayor Kennas.
Yes, Resolution 2026-134, supporting A4860.
Resolution of the Township of Lacey, County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, supporting Assembly Bill A4860, the Fairness for School Districts in Development Restricted Areas Act.
Move it.
Move it.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes.
Mrs. Juliana?
Yes.
Mr. Larray?
Yes.
Mayor Kennas.
Yes. Number 9. Resolution 2026-135, approving the, wait, is this table? I figured. All right.
That's the one that has to be tabled, unfortunately. There was a miss in the advertisement, so we're transferring it in 2 weeks.
Resolution 2026-136, designating Field 2 in Gilly Park as Miles Field.
Resolution of the Township of Lacey, County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, designating softball field 2 in Gilly Park as Miles Field in honor of Peter Miles.
Move it.
Second.
Mrs. Juliana?
Yes.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes.
Mr. Larray?
Yes.
Mayor Kennas.
Yes. Resolution 2026-137, authorizing the filing of a grant application.
Resolution of the Township of Lacey, County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, authorizing the filing of a Management Enhancement Review Program grant application with the New Jersey Department of Community Affairs.
Move it.
Second.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes.
Mrs. Juliana?
Yes.
Mr. Larray?
Yes.
Mayor Kennas.
Yes. Resolution 2026-138, authorizing the execution of an agreement with the CWA Union.
Resolution of the Township of Lacey, County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, ratifying the terms of memorandum of agreement and authorizing the execution of a collective negotiation contract with the CWA Local 1088. This is in with the terms that Veronica explained earlier in relation to the salary ordinance.
Move it.
Second.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes.
Mr. Larray?
Yes.
Mrs. Juliana?
Yes.
Mayor Kennas.
Yes. Resolution 2026-139, authorizing a leave of absence from the Police Department.
Resolution of the Township of Lacey, County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, authorizing a leave of absence for Nicole Tamboro.
Move it.
Second.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes.
Mrs. Juliana?
Yes.
Mr. Larray?
Yes.
Mayor Kennas.
Yes. Resolution 2026-140, authorizing a leave of absence from the Department of Public Works.
Resolution of the Township of Lacey, County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, authorizing a leave of absence for Michael Valari in accordance with the Family Medical Leave Act.
Move it.
Second.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes.
Mr. Larray?
Yes.
Mrs. Juliana?
Yes.
Mayor Kennas.
Yes. Resolution 2026-141, authorizing the appointment of a school crossing guard.
Resolution of the Township of Lacey, County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, appointing a school crossing guard for the Township of Lacey.
Move it.
Second.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes.
Mrs. Juliana?
Yes.
Mr. Larray?
Yes.
Mayor Kennas.
Yes. Resolution 2026-142, authorizing the appointment of a Class 1 officer.
Resolution of the Township of Lacey, County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, appointing Nicholas Vetter as Class 1 Special Law Enforcement Officer.
Move it.
Second.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes.
Mrs. Juliana?
Yes.
Mr. Larray?
Yes.
Mayor Kennas.
Yes. Resolution 2026-143, authorizing the refund of deposit monies.
Resolution of the Township of Lacey, County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, authorizing the refund of deposits held for the use of municipal facilities.
Move it.
Second.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes.
Any abstentions?
Not on that one.
Sorry, got ahead of myself. Mr. Larray?
Well, yeah, wait a minute. Why do we got to give the money back?
Mr. Larray?
Yes.
Mrs. Juliana?
Yes.
Mayor Kennas.
Yes. Resolution 2026-144, authorizing the payment of township bills.
Resolution of the Township of Lacey, County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, authorizing the payment of township bills.
Move it. Second.
Mr. Larray?
Yes.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes, and I'll abstain on T0035.
Mrs. Juliana?
Yes.
Mayor Kennas.
Yes. Motion to approve caucus meeting minutes of April 9th, 2026.
Move it.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion to approve township meeting minutes of April 9th, 2026.
Move it.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion to approve executive session meeting minutes of April 9th, 2026.
Move it.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Comments from the public?
Good evening, Mayor.
State your name for the record.
James Atelier, Lacey Township. First of all, I think it's disrespectful to go through an agenda so fast. I didn't even get my hand up on item number 6. I had questions about that.
Okay.
And it's also disrespectful to a community that posts an agenda, in my opinion, that doesn't detail what everything's computerized. There's no reason that everybody can't look at those resolutions and ordinance and what is in detail. When I was the administrator in Hightstown, we had as many as 175 pages posted for people to go through, and people went through it. Might get more people out. With that being said, there's a rumor going on, which goes back to the capital improvements, that the dam in Bamber Lake and the dam in
Deerhead.
Deerhead need to be replaced in the tune of $8 million. And there's rumor that this governing body is considering draining those lakes and leaving them mosquito beds,
Go ahead.
which would negatively impact the downstream lakes because they have to be filled to go over the waterfalls. So I'd like to hear a clarification in public.
So on Bamber Lake Dam, it's currently under the, we're doing the engineering right now. The plans are in design. And we just, that's, so Bamber Lake is, it's not being drained. So we're in the process of doing the engineering and submitting for the permits. Deerhead Lake, currently we're getting fined, not for the actual spillway, which is the, I guess, the more modern part of the Third Lake Dam, but the
Secondary spillway.
secondary spillway. The earthen dam which is sort of in the middle of the beach portion of the lake we're replacing that. So we authorized with this capital improvement, or the engineering for that.
Because I didn't get up, now I'm using my 5 minutes to ask some questions.
But that, so you know, that the word rumor and draining of the lakes is exactly that.
That's why I came here to clarify it.
A rumor.
That's right.
Yeah, nobody has any
And that's
intentions.
to the benefit of you people, because you're
Right.
being bad-mouthed very big. So I said, I'll go ask publicly.
Yeah, and like Steve just said, we wouldn't be putting forth in this capital the amount to do that secondary spillway, because they told us if we don't do something, we'll start getting fined every day instead of once a year.
But the thing that I want to finalize is, respectfully, there is no reason for not being transparent, not listing every item, which is setting up on a computer. Other towns do it, other boroughs do it, and it would educate the public a lot more.
So my only response to that is, that was been in place before I got here, so I don't have a great answer why it's not done.
Well, I could go back when Doc Grant used to type the things. and
Yeah, I'm sure.
piles
We didn't
of
have
records.
internet to post it on then, though.
So I guess it's,
No, but she typed them all out.
that's more a question for Veronica.
Well, it's just, as time evolves, yes, and technology changes, it's just always been there in draft form. Nothing says that we can't put them on the agenda. It's just,
Yeah.
it's a lot of work to do it, don't get me wrong.
No, I understand it, but it is on the computer.
Yes.
It can be set up through programming to automatically file to those things.
If you buy additional software and then pay an annual
Well,
maintenance
if
fee.
the Borough of Hightstown could do it and post 170-something pages and much smaller budget than this town has.
Policies and procedures to that can be discussed and see
Yes,
what we
well,
can
that's what
do.
I'm bringing it up for. I'm
Yeah,
not-
it's a fair
I mean,
point.
the whole thing about
I mean, we're only
government,
required to post the agenda, again, if it's a special meeting, you're only required to post the agenda to what's known. Other than that, your annual notice is all you have to post.
but see, here's the difference. You're only required to, rather than trying to be publicly transparent. We criticize people in government for not being transparent. This is the basic roots of government for every resident. They're not going to be there. I watch C-SPAN. I used to watch the British Parliament. I watched a lot of stuff. But the point is, respectfully, consider the public. The other thing I'll bring up, and I'll let go, I couldn't make the YMCA and all that stuff. I don't know where this town is going, don't know what kind of funding is going to cost. But I'll go back to the 80s when I had Police Athletic League fully running, organized. Members of the committee were on it, members of governing bodies, lawyers. And there was people on the governing body and a former police chief who stood up at a Chamber of Commerce meeting and told them not to support the PAL. I had an 8,000 square foot Butler building to start off with. Dick Ritchie, when they tore down the Exxon, was the MUA, offered it to us. there's got to be a lot more transparency, and I heard that there was a survey done, I didn't get surveyed, 1,800 people, but there's nearly 20,000 voters, and there's more residents than that. And if you're going to spend that kind of money, it belongs on an agenda for us to vote on, with all the information put out there.
So, yeah, so all the information will become available as we receive it, and it's going to be going to a referendum in November.
I understand it's going to referendum, that's good, but the issue is, why is this township getting involved in a private organization? There's a separation of government and public, and you're getting involved with an organization, good organization, don't get me wrong. We had a YMCA building. St. Pius tore it down. The only people who used it was the Bob Court Youth Program. So, is there really a need? You know, I heard a lot of things. You put the pickleball court out in Bamber. I'm sure you have a couple more. I never see anybody there. And the final thing about Bamber Lake, why was the sign taken down for residents of Lacey Township only and change, and you just put a little signboard? Did you open it to the public? Are all the other parks open to the public outside of this town?
I don't have an answer to that. That's one that's
That sign was stolen.
No, not the
Not
one
that
out on
one?
the street. That's at Bamber Park.
Okay.
At the parking lot where the ball field is, there was a 4-foot by 8-foot sign, Bamber Lake Recreation Area for residents of Lacey Township. in the
Prior to
past.
us redesigning the ball field, so maybe it just didn't get put back, Jimmy.
No, it's been gone for years, and they put another one at Little Bamber Park.
I think it's good you brought it to our attention, and my recommendation is let's look into it and get the answer.
Thank you. Have a good night.
All right,
Thank you.
thanks.
Come on up. State your name.
Yeah, right. Thank you so much. Okay, we'll have to do.
Regina DeSenza, Sunset Drive, Sunrise Beach. The mail-in absentee ballots came out yesterday for the June 2nd primary. So tonight, I'd like to officially say I'm a Republican candidate for the Single Township Committee seat, and thank you to all my friends and neighbors who signed my ballot petition. May 12th is the deadline for voter registration for the June 2nd primary. I was invited to attend yesterday's community forum, which just slipped away. The Leader Forum meeting about the YMCA proposal for the property across the street from the new LMUA building on Richard Kennedy Boulevard. The Township of Lacey owns the wooded property near Gilly Park up to Adams Street and around the water tower behind the Wawa. The meeting mostly focused on questions about how a YMCA could help Lacey residents. Programs for seniors, counseling services, childcare, 2 pools, exercise room, etc., into a 2-story, 64,000 square foot building. Absent from all the discussion was how this new venture would be paid for, and honestly, that made it very difficult to answer those questions. If you want thousands of people to show up at a new YMCA, you need the infrastructure to bring them here. Currently, all the roads leading to this 11-acre parcel for the new proposed building are all single-lane roads. Imagine so much traffic coming to the YMCA that the police department vehicles can't get in and out of their own driveway. I have to wonder how much thought was given to the potential traffic issue. The township supposedly conducted the survey last year, and approximately 1,840 people filled them out. This is only a fraction of our 28,000 to 30,000 residents. So anyone would have to conclude that if a YMCA is built in Lacey, people will be coming here from several surrounding towns to utilize their offerings. Lacey's roads can't handle the traffic it has now. Look at what Walmart and Home Depot did to the traffic in this town. So I was very disappointed that financing the project was not discussed at all yesterday. And on another note, if people are in need of transportation in and around Lacey and Ocean County, Ocean Ride service from the county is available. Call 732-736-8989 to register and get the information about their routes and services. Reservations must be made in advance for their door-to-door service. Thank you.
Thank you. Anything else? Would you please state your name again?
Elisa Waller. I guess that's good, right? So, hello, everyone. Good evening. So the gentleman that was up just before the last speaker was talking about our website, and I noticed, my whole point of coming here with my notes tonight was to talk about how I went on the Lacey website, and it is so dated, and it's impossible to find things.
Did you realize we just launched a new website on April 1st?
So, no, I did not know that. However, I've looked before that, and some of the things that are still remaining non-links remain non-links. I'm not really sure why, especially the meeting from December 1st, 2025, and that was before the new launch. So I just wanted to point out, like, the whole lack of attention to our own website just seems to be apparent. I don't know who handles the website, but I feel like as a teacher, we have to figure out how to get the information out as quickly and as efficiently as possible with the least amount of funding and, materials to do that. And if you're a teacher, you would know what I'm talking about. So I just think we could do a better job. I don't know who does our website, but if we're paying someone to do it, I don't think it's a good representation of the new technology that's available to us.
Fair criticism.
And really, that was my main thing to talk about, except for being here tonight for the Captain's Inn, which is really great. We're noticing our history. And it's just linking back to the Warden House and how they spent a moment just like this back in history, remembering and recognizing something that was important to their town at that moment. And the fact that we can do that now proudly, and I totally support it, but tear down other aspects of our history that did exactly the same thing should be something you should reflect on tonight when you go to bed. I think we should save it. I also think, my dad and I were driving around, the idea of putting a quick check on that corner is ridiculous, but my dad, being who he is, said, what are you guys doing to the pharmacy across the street on the corner?
Rite Aid?
That just closed. We do nothing. It's privately owned, and it just did close and transfer to a new purchaser, and
Oh, so he was like, why don't they just put a little mini, privately owned gas station there and keep the Warden House where it is and make that a connection between who else we recognized tonight was the library. And the library is an aspect of historical information that we should treasure. And I think connecting the Warden House, the library, and that whole little that area there is a benefit we should look into.
If I might, Mayor, Elisa, just want you to know that we did try to get the county to help us with that. And they didn't want to touch that whole situation about moving the Warden House. So it's not that we didn't try everything we possibly could to move the Warden House off the property so that it could be saved, but it's not a possibility.
That's a good point, but what Amy just pointed out, the various funds that we use for various things that were variously, why couldn't we use it towards something like that? I'm not sure.
The cost, when the county looked at it,
Yeah.
the cost of moving that and saving that was in the neighborhood of $400,000 to $500,000. Because you got the telephone wires, you got all that stuff, you got to stop traffic on Route 9 for X amount of time. It just wasn't economically feasible. And and they even talked about moving it back. At that rate, it was $200,000, and the county did not want any parts of it. So it's not, yeah, go ahead.
No, so we decide this stuff during our budget, when we have special budget meetings. Nobody comes to our budget meetings, nobody. The department heads occasionally, okay, that's only recently, not all, this maybe in the last 2 years, not in the 13 years that I've been here. So we get very little participation.
Point taken.
So, but the thing about it is, then you would see how the constraints that we that we're operating under. We can't just do whatever we want because we have to balance the taxpayers' needs along with supporting our emergency services. That's the problem.
I don't debate that because I believe there's a disconnect between citizens and government, except I believe citizens want to know their government more than ever now. And our government is not, like you reaching out about them, those meetings could be plastered so much bigger on our website so people are reminded. I mean, you could purposely do that as a visual person.
I agree that
you
that
know?
stuff should be better handled.
Yeah,
However, people still would have to go to the website to see it.
Yeah, but don't we have a Facebook page? Someone on our,
Well,
someone said
Rec
there was a
does,
Facebook.
but again,
Yeah, Rec,
again,
because, yeah.
We balance a lot of needs with, the employee responsibilities.
I get
We
it.
can't just keep piling stuff. You're a teacher, you must know. You keep getting more and more piled on top of you. You can't do everything. So we have to pick and choose.
Oh, yes, I can. Saying, I agree, but also just wanted to point out, Arts Community of Lacey, New Jersey is a new group in our town, and I'm just doing a heads up for that because we just met a few times, and the rec department is running it, so anyone could come to our meetings.
Thank you.
So Elisa, let me just say, with the website, and we just launched the new one April 1st, it's still a work in progress, because we know as things got transferred, yes, there's broken links, there's broken this and that, so we are working on trying to, and so if you know what links are broken, if you email us, we'll look into it and make sure. Yeah, you just send it off to Amy, and we'll look into those links, because, every day we're making changes and updating things as we find out things did not transfer properly.
And there's nothing more frustrating than someone who's trying to learn the system and like, this happens, so
Yeah,
thank you.
Yeah,
So
the state
thank
of New
you.
Jersey is the same way when you go on their sites. It's like
absolutely.
404, whatever
Absolutely.
error code, yeah.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Anything else from the public? Going up? State your name, please.
Oh, yes, of course. Hold on. I got to get this up because it's too low. I think I'm just going to hold it. Good evening, Township Committee and Lacey citizens. Richard A. Bidnick, Lacey Citizens for Responsible Government. I was invited and participated in the Community Leaders Forum held yesterday at Community Hall. I could see it was done to build momentum that the Township Committee has been working on with the YMCA of the Jersey Shore over the last few years. There were about 50 participants from various walks of life who were invited to this event. I have nothing against the value of what a YMCA brings to any community. The problem is this community is really not the right fit for the Y. There's a tremendous lack of infrastructure in this town, which has led to tremendous amounts of traffic on Route 9 in particular and Lacey Road. This Y would only bring much more traffic from both the north and south on Route 9 and on to Lacey Road. This was majorly discussed at the table I was seated at, and it wasn't brought up by me. The other point that was stressed is that Lacey is financially strapped. Our taxes over the last 2 years alone have majorly increased, putting a huge strain already on our struggling families and seniors, and things are not going to get better. Gas prices have gone through the roof. Inflation is rising again, and the high cost of utilities is making life quite difficult for many in our town. Lacey Citizens for Responsible Government is all about fiscal responsibility and transparency in our government entities. But then again, I thought about, what about the over $300,000 that was wasted of our tax monies on the failed Johnson Controls Municipal Complex proposal? Just think what that money could have been used for. Maybe to make Deerhead Lake swimmable again. I've observed over the years that our government body likes to boast about what a great town Lacey is. But I ask myself, is it? It was when I moved here 20 years ago. But let's look at the facts of the matter correctly today. 20 years ago, the taxes were much, much lower. There was so much less traffic. It was a safe place to live. Deerhead Lake was a swimmable beach full of life. Now it's totally dead. Tremendous amounts of building have happened with no real infrastructure in place to sustain it. Many box stores have been added that were sold to us as stabilizing our tax base, but they have not. These issues, which are just a very few examples of the changes which in my view are quite drastic, are not complementary with things being better because they're not. 20 years ago, Lacey's school system was decent. It isn't now, and it costs us a hell of a lot of money. I have little trust in government to ever do the right thing. And what I mean is the right thing by the people it is elected to serve. Just look at our country, everyone. Bankrupt, $40 trillion in debt, involved in foreign wars that nobody wants. Our own state has an over $3 billion deficit this year, and nothing is getting better. Our government leaders promise us a can of goods they never deliver on. The Y coming to Lacey would be another financial burden on the already strapped taxpayers of this town. There's no way that the YMCA could come here without the township having to come up with many dollars to bring it here and then make it sustainable. A 64,000 square foot building could cost between $35 and $45 million. I happened to look up the tax returns of the organization, the YMCA of Monmouth, Greater Monmouth, for the year 2024. It was interesting to note that the director who spoke at the event, her name is Lori Gogenzer, her salary alone was $475,000 plus $9,046 in compensation. I have to say, as a person who has a master's degree in nonprofit association, running them, I think I need to go back to work. And Veronica, you're running a town with a budget that's more than $30 million, and you're not getting $475,000 a year. Yeah. I'm pleased to see that Regina DeSenza has decided to run for Township Committee as a Republican. We desperately need fiscal hawks in our town, looking out for us, because what we have now is not the case. So much could have been done so differently, but here we are now, a financially strained town because of decisions made by our government leaders, both here and at our school district. Health insurance costs are rising so out of control for public employees with no end in sight, when many in our town do not even have any health insurance at all. Something has got to give, and it's not going to be my pocketbook anymore. Thank you.
Thank you. Anything else from the public?
Seeing none, make a motion to close the floor.
Move it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Committeewoman Giuliano.
Thank you, Mayor. Again, it was a wonderful evening, congratulating Debbie on her retirement. That's the way we started the evening, and what I'd like to just say is to remember again of all our emergency services, and our fire departments went out on 101 calls. Not even a full month was that done in, and we just need to make sure that they're a priority. So when they come in and ask for something, we need to be there for them. So it's a priority to me. And I always say thank you to them. And of course, to our police department, we're very fortunate to have what we have, and I'm grateful for that. That's all, Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you, Peggy. Deputy, I went out of order.
It's
Deputy Mayor
okay.
LeRae.
I don't mind you.
Sorry.
First of all, I want to always thank anybody that comes up to this mic and gives their opinions, their ideas, or whatever, pro or con. Plus, things are brought forth that sometimes we're not even aware of. So I do thank you anytime you come up here, whether I agree with you or not. We did start out with a great evening, honoring the library and especially Debbie. One thing I do want to comment on is, Rich, I know we say we're proud of the town we live in. I will always be proud of the town I live in. It's the only reason I'm up here. Is it the same town it was 30, 40 years ago or 20 years ago? No, it's not. I grew up in a town, 2 bus drivers, 1 school, 4,000 people were sitting in it. We now have 6 schools, I don't know how many buses, 30,000 people. Change happens. Progression happens. Through the years, we may agree or disagree on how our town fathers put things together. Some things are out of our control. Route 9, some of the infrastructure. I don't disagree. It's tight getting around at times. But overall, look around this state. Look around this county. Lacey Township is something to be proud of. Is the world perfect? No. But you cannot grow at the rate we grow and expect everything to be the same. It's no different than finding a good restaurant. Do not tell anybody about it. Because before you know it, you're going to be standing outside wishing you had a reservation. I know months ago, sitting in the audience with all of yous, and an individual came up to the mic and was complaining about the same things, and asked the committee at that time why they didn't close the gates. We know that's unrealistic. It's also unconstitutional. And if we close the gates, most of you in this room would not be here. So think about that. We're doing the best we can, and we're not always going to agree, and I do thank you for your opinions. But the only thing I wanted to speak about tonight was I just wanted to give a quick mention with the DPW. They're out busy working. Spring's here. You can already see the parks are coming together. The fields are lined for early in the season. All our parks and recreation are looking really, really good. They've been working hard on getting the massive amount of potholes around this town filled. Along with this afternoon, I was down again. Our south docks, which we're finishing up, the electric and the water's getting finished now. It's something to be proud of, look at, and I know many people always say, where are they? East Lacey Road is where the town docks are, if you're wondering where they're at. And that's all I got tonight, Mayor.
If I could just have
Thank
a
you.
minute,
Yep,
I
go ahead,
left
Peggy.
something out, I'm sorry, Mayor. Just on a note here, so back to, it's called volunteerism in this town, and a lot of people do things that are volunteering, and they don't sometimes get recognized for it. But this past weekend, George Resitar was acknowledged at the Little League for his service to his community in the Little League, and he's now on the Hall of Fame down there. And those are the kind of things that we seem to just keep forgetting about. Like, we have some of the best people in this town, and a lot of times we just get so caught up in everything we're doing wrong that we forget about all the stuff we're doing right. And we have great people in this town that put 40 years into a fire company, put 20-something years into volunteering for the Little League. We are a great town, and every time you say something negative against this town, which is your privilege, it hurts us, and it steps over the good stuff that we are. And I will always fight against the bad stuff. The good stuff is here, and congratulations to you, George, because that is a big thing, that you've given back to this community selfishly, unselfishly. And I really, these are things that we always have to look at, and firemen, and our first aid, and these are all the things we need to look at, because people do a lot of volunteer in this town. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, Peggy. Committeeman McDonald.
Peggy,
Sold your thunder, thanks.
you
Right?
stole what I was going to say. No, first of all, I want to congratulate George. I was down there. It was very nice. And it does take a lot of work. Little League, I don't care what it is, basketball, football, baseball, soccer, it takes a lot of work, a lot of dedication.
That's right.
And George, you earned it. I don't look back. I can't worry about history. I don't know if we made mistakes. Don't care. Because all I'm worried about is tomorrow, the next week, the next month, the next year. How do we get better? That's it. I can't change history. History is history. And I think too many times we want to look back and say, there was a mistake. Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. But you can't change it. You can't change history. All you can do is try to do better the next day, the next week, the next month. That's how I was brought up. Came home with a bad report card. Did I get yelled at? Of course I did. But it was, what are you going to do to improve it? And I think that's what this committee does. We don't look back. We look forward and say, how do we improve what we have now? How do we get it as efficiently as possible? And I'm very proud to be part of this township committee because I think they do a fantastic job. We don't all get along. Let's get that straight along. So yeah, we argue, we fight with each other. But at the end of the day, we compromise, and I think we're doing a great job up here. Mayor, that's all I have.
Thank you, Tim. So, yeah, I attended with the other members over the past this past weekend, both the softball opening day and Little League, and just to reiterate, just glad that we have enough volunteers at really all our organizations to keep the, people active and keep people contributing to Lacey Township. I attended a meeting with Pete for New Jersey Film Ready this week. That's a designation to have your town declared film ready. So it was a preliminary conversation with the representatives from the state, and we'll see if that's something we can participate in. We did have the YMCA, we had a public-private forum yesterday where we presented the layout and renderings. They are on display here in Town Hall, and I encourage everyone to stop in and have a look, especially in particular the actual pictures of the building, not so much the marketing material. So now that we have the design information, we'll be working on the financing information and a memorandum of understanding to make sure that any facility will be putting the interest of Lacey Township residents first. We have an economic report was completed and will be available on the website either tomorrow or Monday, whenever that will be online, regarding the YMCA. And there's always comments. Again, I appreciate Mr. Bidnick's comments, but they're not, again, you could say anything you want and paint anything how you want to paint it. But today we had a bond note sale, so the township borrows notes, short-term, which are notes, and long-term, which are bonds. And so our sale today, we got the highest rating by Standard & Poor's, it's an SP 1+. It's the highest rating given for municipal entities by S&P. S&P is a rating agency, for those who don't know, and it indicates superior financial security and minimal risk. So by Standard & Poor's definition, doesn't mean they're right, but we're considered very good risk. And I'm very happy that we have a Home Depot, a Walmart, and all the other development that's occurred along Route 9 in Lacey Township over the years. It's a benefit to everybody in the township. Everybody, why would you want to go to Waretown or Bayville to Home Depot when you go to Lacey Township? In addition to that, we have great people in charge of all our local agencies, from the planning board, the MUA. Our chairman from the MUA is here. They all do a fantastic job, and I have full confidence in everybody that sits on any of our boards in town, including our emergency services. Everybody does their best to maintain the budget as best they can, and again, we all have skin in the game, and they all care how the money is spent, including everybody up here. And those are my comments. Motion to adjourn.
Mr. Mayor, just one quick thing that was brought to my attention. It's got to do with Peggy had mentioned volunteers. There's a volunteer fair next Thursday, April 30th, at the community hall from 4:30 to 7. And thank Amy for reminding us.
Let me just talk about that. We had that 2 or 3 times prior to COVID, and it was a huge success. COVID, we had to shut it down, and we kind of got away from it. But with this, I am anticipating that we'll have people come out who want to join certain clubs and become active, and that one of the problems is they don't know how. People cry for information. They want transparency. This is it right here. You have a chance to go down there. You're going to meet with everybody's going to be down there. I guarantee Jim Weiland, who's in charge of it, will put on a show for us. It's going to be great. What are the hours on that? Do we know?
4:30 to 7.
4:30 to 7? So stop down. If you want to join something, want to join the fire department or something like that, not a problem. I'm sure they'll be there. That's all I have, Mayor.
Motion to adjourn.
Move it.
To save some time, I have no problem making my presentation.
It's up to you guys. If you're fine.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Nick, come on up.
Sure. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chairman.
Okay, hi, I'm Jim Doler, 100 Carriage Road, Fork River, and I am presently the chairman of the MUA. So, I have a couple of things I'd like to talk about this evening. I'll make them brief. First thing about bonding ratings. The township's doing very well, and we're helping you do that because we have a AAA standalone bond rating ourselves. So collectively together, because we are part of the township, and everything's based on all of us,
That's right.
we certainly are getting some good positive help from us.
That's right.
What I'm here to talk about briefly tonight is that Committeeman Giuliano, Committeewoman Giuliano, who was our liaison, had asked if we would consider looking at giving 5% of our operating budget for the purpose of municipal tax relief. And I was receptive to the point to bring back to our commission on May 6th, it is our next meeting, to take a vote on that in a positive way, because I can see that anything we would do would go directly to reduce the municipal budget.
Tax, that's right.
I was not in favor of letting any of that money go to the school district, because in the past, when it had gone there, we had felt ourselves that it was being misdirected and not used properly.
Right.
It was used for administrative salaries, quite honestly, and
Right.
that wasn't the focus of our doing that. So, first of all, our intent is to bring that up next meeting, to approve that, and hopefully all will go well, and we can help you out a little bit.
We
It's
appreciate
not a
it.
tremendous amount of money, but it's something. The other thing that I want to request is that you hand these out to, I just want to give you a little quick rundown of what we intend to do in the next 4 years. In the next 4 years, the MUA, where you're getting this, on paper, this is not flowered nonsense. These are things we have to do. We need to spend in excess of $23 million to fix our infrastructure. Being a realist and working with our administration and working with our finance people, I think we can accomplish roughly 60% of that in the next 4 years. Roughly $12 million we'll be spending on the major items that we have to do. New pumping stations, which are breaking down because they're old.
Right.
Every pumping station is between $650,000 and $1 million apiece. Sure. So the money goes quick.
Yes.
Why I'm bringing this up is that I'd really appreciate that for the next 3 years, you don't ask us for any donations. Because we need the money to complete our task. And why I'm saying that, I feel very positive about this. We have, on the water rate and the sewer rate, we have not had an increase in 12 years.
It's
We have
fantastic.
not raised the rates at all. People can complain about our connection fee. They can do all they want about that, but that only pertains to new buildings being built, or new residences being built. But as far as our rate itself, we haven't raised it in 12 years. What's really happened in the last 10 years, and the last 10 years, the OCUA, the county that treats our sewage from this town, has raised the rate 6 years out of those last 10 years. We have absorbed that also. We have not passed it on to the
That's right.
ratepayer. We have taken that money out of our surplus money and done that. And the reason is, we do understand that the taxpayers face a tough time now. And a lot of it's out of your control too, because the educational system has such a big bite of the apple in the tax situation. But we haven't raised that, and we haven't increased the rate. So we're trying to do the best we can in our small capacity, or minimal capacity, to not tax, because you could look at this as a tax if you raise the rate
That's right.
on our residents any more than what they're paying right now. So I wanted you to really appreciate that. I also want to let you know that we're running, our agency runs really extremely smooth. We have very little issues. We have a great staff. Troy, our executive director, we've hired a lot of young, hardworking people over the last 5 years, wouldn't you say that?
That's right.
And they're doing a great job, and they all get along, which is pretty unique. And they all get along. So I'm very happy with that whole thing. I also like to say, the relationship that I have with the committee people here, I know all of you very well. I've been in town 55 years, so I know quite a few people, right? But I know you all very well, and I feel we have an open dialogue. We can talk to
right.
each other anytime we want.
That's
I
right.
can talk to Veronica, I can talk to Peggy, I can talk to Bob or Stephen. You know, I go way back with Stephen's dad. We did a lot of things together, and he was a great friend of mine. So I understand, and I understand the people's plight when they complain about it's tough to live. So we're doing as much as we possibly can to keep our agency under control.
Yes.
We're not hiring a lot of people. As a matter of fact, we're down people that we didn't hire for. So we're trying to do the best we can to keep the tax rate, as far as we're concerned, the rates to the water and sewer, stabilized. I don't want to go out and bond. Because bond is nothing more than a mortgage, and you're paying the interest on the bonds. You have to, I understand that, but I don't want to do that. 27 years ago, when I went on the MUA, we had a $74,650,000 bonding indebtedness. I'm happy to say right now we have less than $2 million left on that bond.
God bless.
It will be paid off within the next 22 months. So we're going to be in great shape. That's why our bond ratio is so great, our rating is so high. But I want to give you this saying, we're happy to try to help you out this year, and I hope the amount helps a little bit.
We
I also
understand.
want to tell you,
Message received.
You saved us a penny, as they say.
but we got to be a little independent.
Yes.
Thank you.
Chairman, we really appreciate you being here and speaking, and it's a great value to our town that we have you guys back there running the show so efficiently, and we appreciate that. Thank you for being here.
Chairman, if I may, how are you feeling?
What's that?
How are you feeling?
I feel good.
Yeah.
Good. That's important.
I feel good. Had a
That's
few
good.
little procedures, but that's part of life.
That's right.
That's
80
right.
years old. You know,
Thank
There you go.
Yeah.
There you
that's
go.
the way it is.
You know, the one thing, I mean, it goes back, sitting up here makes me so extremely proud, and it's because of people like yourselves. And I constantly said it, I said it earlier, and me and Debbie went back to high school. Troy, who now is executive director of our MUA, I've known him since he was 8, 9 years old. You know, his sister and my daughter played soccer together. So to see the quality of individuals that come up through this town
right.
and the leadership that has had faith in them to put them in these positions, and to be in the situation, no matter how you want to argue things, Steve started it off. You don't end up with these ratings by having failed systems and incompetent people. These are
right.
good people putting it together. Everybody's going to debate things. But this, no matter how you look at it, and you'll never see me say any difference, we live in a great place. Thank you for coming up and giving us this. And this is very helpful because now we also know your big dollar needs that you need over the next couple of years too.
Most of the public in this town has no idea that we got to spend this type of money to
Yeah,
keep the
that's right.
system running.
That's
They don't
right.
get it.
No.
I understand that.
No.
One quick note on this young guy.
He needs to smile though.
When
I know he knows how to. He's
When I
probably
first-
scared.
When I first went to him and asked him to consider him putting in for the executive director's position, saw how honest he is. He said, I don't know if I could fulfill your expectations for what has to be done. I said, you won't have to worry about that because I'm in his office every day. So I said, but part of the thing is growing, right? Just like you were talking about. He knows the system.
That's right.
He's extremely intelligent. He really puts his nose to his work.
Yep.
The people who work for him like him.
Yes.
Not because he's just a friend.
No.
That wants to go out for a drink, because he does his job and he treats his employees properly.
That's right.
So we got good people, you're right.
That's right.
And I need young people like that. to
That's
take
right.
it.
That's
There's
why
no
you make the
small
moves you make.
Jim,
short time.
how long you been there now? Yeah, how long?
26 years.
MUA?
Yeah.
27 going on 28 years.
Is that long?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't replace that knowledge. You
Yeah.
just
You
can't.
can't.
And,
Nope.
and like Jimmy says, you know, a lot of us have known each other for a long, long time.
Long time.
And we know Jimmy's tough. Always has been.
Runs a tight ship.
Tight ship, honest, upfront. And I remember I first got on the committee, and I went over and sat down with Troy. And Troy told me a story because I knew that he did not put in for this. And I said to the young man, I said, the honor is being asked by those who are running such a tight agency and good ship. For them to ask you, you should be really proud of yourself and have confidence in yourself.
Thank you.
And the good thing is you're proving it.
Yep.
That's
for sure.
the proof, right?
Yep.
All right,
Thank you,
ladies and
Jim.
gentlemen.
Thanks, Troy. Appreciate it.
Public comments are closed. Public comments are closed.
Protection ordinance folks, that's what I thought they were here for. I've been waiting for that for 15 years, Mr. Norton.
Public comments are
For the
closed.
fourth time, motion to adjourn.
Move it.
All in favor?
We do the resolution for private.
Yeah. We'll do that. I guess we could do that.
Go ahead.
Point of order. County, Ocean State, New Jersey, authorizing the convening of an executive session in accordance with the Open Public Meetings Act.
Motion for the, Tim, motion?
Move it.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Kill the tape.